Yo, what up, guys? It's 5D here. I want to take this time to take a look at all the events and tournaments and upcoming content that is coming to Raid Shadow Legends that I've missed out on, whether the ones announced yesterday and today while I was not available online because of power failure. So the first news that is you should be fully aware of that is coming up this weekend is that on Friday, Saturday and Sunday there is a 2x event, which we already know there is a 2x event coming up, but now we also know there is a 10x that is going to be attached to that 2x event. This 2x will be on the 30th of June. 2x to pull legendaries and epics from your ancient shards. That is 2 times chance. The chances of getting legendaries and epics on that day will be 1%. Still a low chance, but that's the best time for Friday, Saturday and Sunday. But that's not all. This 2x will also coincide with a 10x. This 10x for Theodore the Servant. So that's also another champion that I do not own yet. I don't want to go to the index to look for him, but he is one that is an awesome. I think a single target. They use him as a good poisoner, a good damage dealer. I don't own that champion yet, so that's the 10x that is available on that day, and the 10x duration will be 1 day shorter. That means if you don't want Theodore the Servant, you want to pull your ancient shards on a Sunday, but if you do want him, you can pull on a Friday and Saturday. So watch out, Friday, Saturday. In short, Friday I'll be pulling all my 130 ancient shards on this account right here and for a video. So that's something to note. Friday is the best time. So Theodore the Servant is one that I'm looking forward to obtaining, especially if you're close to Messi. Good luck to all of you. So that's the first content that we already knew coming up, 2x, but now a 10x will make it even more juicier for us. And of course, this entire crazy 10x weekend and weekday is still going on from Monday till Thursday. Today is Wednesday, so we still have another one coming up on Thursday where you have another 2 champions available to pick up for those going crazy for the 10x. So the next event that I saw come up in the game that I was not quite sure whether I was not able to put a video out to show you the part that I will take a part of light event, heroes part event, and once you just scroll down, you just look at the bottom, you can already tell the best prizes, the best rewards right here are at the bottom right here, the ones that shows you this sacred shard, right? That's the best. And the second best is legendary skill tomes right here, 10,000 per pet. So but to get to this legendary skill tome, it's such a long process in the fact that it is locked with 2 keys. You have to actually come all the way down and pick up this first key first from this angle, go all the way to this, pick up this second key before you can go all the way and pick up this one. So that's a very long process, which will only be achievable for end game players who are currently going crazy doing champion training, which is the first way to get points for this, or doing just basically farming dungeons for the Ice Golem tournament that is currently going on, or other tournaments. So either you're farming to get artifacts or you're doing champion training and upgrading champions. Those are the 2 ways to get points towards this. But just for my sake of my own sanity, I will not try to get these legendary skill tomes by getting this key and getting this key. You might end up getting the 2 keys and then not have enough time to come all the way down right here. Right? How many days do we have to complete this? Just 2 days left. So I think it was a 3-day or 4-day event. It's already 2 days left right here. So I'll be just focusing on getting this secret shard and calling it a day. And that's what I'll recommend for, especially if you're free to play and you don't have the resources to go crazy and do a lot of champion training or farm crazy events right here. So that's what I'm hoping to get right now. I've started even getting the points right here required me to come down to this point. So that's the part. I think this one is pretty straightforward, and just looking at the calendar, just looking at the part, you can already tell which one you should go. So I think this is the best part. Good luck if you're going towards that. And then artifact enhancement, these events have nothing special going on with them, so there's not much to say about them. All right, what's next is available in Raid that I missed out on is the upcoming or it's already announced what's next in Raid video. So that's the next thing I wanted to take a look at. I've not seen it. Like I said, I was not online to see all this news drop. So this is the first time I'm going to be watching this and what's next episode 7 and see what Raid has in store for us. It has not yet been launched in the game, but this what next is usually something they are planning to implement in the next patch or the next update and so on. So let's see what is coming, if it's going to be something crazy, something good. Maybe I'm hoping for more quality of life improvements, and let's see. Watch with me.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of What's Next in Raid. While we may not have anything quite as big as Live Arena this time around, we've still got some pretty sweet features to show off. Let's get this show on the road. Firstly, as promised, the opportunity to ascend your accessories just like artifacts is coming soon.
Accessories ascension. So that means that's what's his name now? That other boss that we fight for the oils. Well, we're currently farming that boss right now to spend all our oils for. Will it be a new boss? Let me go to that game and find what I'm talking about. Sand Devil Necropolis. So right now we're farming these oils, lesser oil, greater oil, and all that superior oils to get our ascensions for artifacts only. Accessories are not being ascended. So they did tell us or promise that after we're all used to it, or they just want to see how the community will accept this one. Then a new boss should pop up somewhere right here. Is it this one that is locked, hidden? A new boss was promised to come up that will allow us also farm accessories. I mean oils to ascend accessories. So right now people are still farming only level 7 of this just to get those lesser ones, and few people who have them unlocked at the highest level are farming the higher levels, especially with those solo teams. So I think that's what is next from what they promised last time we saw this right here. So let's get back to it and see whether it's a new boss that is coming up and how difficult will it be. Damn, it will be a bigger challenge now. Let's see.
The core mechanics of Ascension will be the same, except you'll need a different resource called Extract instead of Oil. In a nutshell, accessories of any rarity that are at least rank 4 and level 12 can be ascending using extracts. That unlocks a single bonus stat that increases with each new Ascension level, complementing your bling with a lovely little stat boost for the champion wearing that accessory. That's pretty much it. But where do we get these magical extracts? El Name the Sand Devil now has a partner in crime. The Phantom Shogun's Grove is where you'll find these extracts. But like every
Hold on, I want to see the name of the boss.
partner in crime, the
Phantom Shogun's Grove. Shogun. Once I hear the name, I just thought of Genshin Impact, one of the players right there, or the boss. Phantom Shogun's Grove. Alright. Hopefully it's not as crazy and as difficult as Necropolis, because I tell you, people are already finding it difficult to farm the Sand Devil Necropolis. Even those who can do it at the highest level are not doing it as often. They are fine with farming the lower level. So they better make this one good enough for us to farm it at the highest level and get the extract needed to ascend our accessories.
Phantom Shogun's Grove is where you'll find these extracts. But like every other dungeon, there's someone there to stop you. Akumori the Phantom Shogun. He won't just let you take his stuff and run. Coming straight out of
Is that a horse? He does look like a Shadow King faction champion on a horse. Ghost Rider horse. Damn, that's a great design for a boss. Let me guess, he's gonna run around this, because it looks like a circle. He's just gonna keep running around and we have to turn. No, Raid doesn't turn around. It's a 2D game. So he has to be in one place where you can keep hitting him. It would be kind of sad for him to just be in a horse and just stand there and take hits, though. He should be able to move. Let's see.
Shadowkin and Sylvan horror stories. This badass undead daimyo has a few choice words for would-be thieves. He comes fully armed with a new debuff and some unique mechanics that will force you to improvise and adapt on the fly. We'll release a separate feature guide video that will explain the strategy for this fight in greater detail, but here are a few appetizers. First up, Akumori has a shiny new toy, a new debuff called Enfeeble.
Come on, how many debuff do we need in this game? Is this another way of pushing the goalpost? A new mechanic for us to figure out how to resolve? Enfeeble. But let me not judge, but let me see how it's gonna work.
Champions under this debuff can only deal weak hits. Ouch. And the more weak hits Akumori receives, the higher his special shade counter goes. Double ouch. As you have probably guessed,
at least tell us who can cleanse this debuff, right? Or who can block it. I don't think he can block it.
That's bad. Very bad, in fact. It increases Akumori's critical rate and critical damage, makes him immune to a bunch of effects, and sets him up to deliver devastating single-target nukes that ignore protective buffs. That's without mentioning the fact that once the shade counter is almost full, Akumori begins to ignore 100% of your champion's def as well. Triple ouch! This fearsome Phantom Shogun also has a block passive skills debuff on one of his skills. Fun, or maybe not so fun fact, this is the first boss in Raid that's able to place block passive skills. Don't underestimate it. Losing those sweet passive skills at a critical moment is going to hurt. It's not all pain and suffering though. Remember that shade counter?
Block passive is a solution to revive on death, I guess, because we're all bringing revive on death champions into these high level bosses that you simply cannot sustain or fight your way through their big hits and big shields. So the best way is to let them kill you and you revive, auto revive sort of. So you have the active revive and then the passive revive. So I guess this whole thing was to block those champions who are bringing in passive revives. That's the entire thing that was thought of why putting this champion into the game. Damn.
Well, Awakened champions can lower that counter with their skills, so make sure to bring a few along for the fight. There's more good news too. Akumori is one of the few bosses who doesn't have multiple AoE attacks. So champions that can use taunt can distract the big guy from the squishier members of your team. And, as always, cleansers and champions who can block debuffs are going to be a must, especially to keep that nasty.
They all had block debuff and it still landed that bone something. Damn. They all had block debuff on them. So another boss that is trying to bring in taunt, that is trying to make taunt a viable strategy. But guess what? The raid community will look at it and still look for a way to do it without taunt. They'll look. There is always a way through this boss. So I'm looking forward to the ideas that will be coming up about how to get through this one. It's interesting. It's new. It's an end game content. Definitely not for new players because it has a lot of mechanics right here. Hopefully we can beat this one up to stage 7 because that's all we need, right? To find out if an accessory will be worth taking to the higher level or not.
New and feeble debuff off your team, but that's enough about the Phantom Shogun's Grove. Keep an eye out for our feature preview in the future, and we'll take you on a proper deep dive. For now, let's move on and see what else Raid has in store. It has been quite a while since we released the Sylvan Watchers, and we've added to their faction over time. By now, you've collected and leveled up some of these enigmatic
Have I collected and leveled up some of these Sylvan Watchers faction champions? Let me quickly take a look. I've been waiting for when it will launch and finally get it done. I didn't want to be like the first person to clear the faction once it comes up. But let me just quickly take a look at my champions for Sylvan Watchers and see what I'm working with for factions. Most of them will be in the vault. How can I see it without the vault? But anyways, let's just see in a battle. I'll see it in a battle. Any battle. Faction, include vaults. I want to see all my Sylvan Watchers faction champions to see how many I've leveled up if I'm ready to take on that faction. Probably take us 1 week to clear it because of the limited amount of keys you get per day, right? Or how often the Sylvan Watchers comes up. Hope I haven't scrolled past them. This is Demon Lord, Night Rev, Dark Elves. This is Night Rev. Where is Sylvan Watchers? This Shadow King. Sylvan Watchers is at the bottom right here. And so far, who do I have leveled up for Sylvan Watchers? It seems it's only... I don't even have Orella level. She's 60 but not built. And I did say I was going to take this champion to 60 because he's a good champion. At least people are using him to solo or to do a good job at the dragon back then. But I didn't need him. other content. So I'm currently taking this champion to, she's already 60. Why? Okay, she's actually good for one of the new content, Fire Knight, I guess. So I offer only 3 champions for Sylvan Watchers. I might have more epics that I may have used as food, or these are the only ones I've pulled. I don't know, but clearly I'm not ready for Sylvan Watchers and 21. But hopefully, if you guys have pulled a bunch of legendaries, you will be ready. So that's all I have for that faction. Let's keep seeing when it will launch, and good luck to all of you who have not yet finished your faction war, and Sylvan Watcher is coming to make it a little more difficult for you to obtain your Lydia. I'm sorry about that.
Forest warriors, so it's only fitting they finally joined faction wars with a crypt of their own. Don't expect any surprises or unique changes. We're going the same route as we did with the dwarves and Shadowkin, so all previous rewards except for Lydia the Death Siren remain the same. And when the Sylvan Watcher's Crypt is added to the game, you get more milestones to conquer in faction wars. Lydia will remain the ultimate reward though. If you already reached but forgot to claim her, don't worry. She'll be sent straight to your inbox when these changes go live. If you are still some stars short when the update hits, you'll need to complete the new crypt to earn her. So get moving. Speaking of collecting champions, the roster of champions in Raid has certainly grown in size. So we have prepared an awesome quality of life update to the champions filter. Behold. Available both in your collection and on the Battle Select screen, this filter will allow you to browse through your champions using more.
Finally, I never remember names of champions. Finally, you know what they do, you know which faction they belong to, you know what they look like, but the name just doesn't come. So now you can filter by faction, by aura, by boss, by debuffs they have. Damn. This is huge. If you know the name, you can just go ahead and type the name right there. Whether they have 5-star champion, 3-star champions, you can do a lot more filtering right now. This is amazing. So this is the quality of life feature everybody has been waiting for a long time. This is a good one. Good job, Raid.
More filters than before. We've made it super easy for you to get to the champions you want to use for each game mode. For starters, you can just type the champion's name in this field.
Yep.
Yeah, that easy. You don't even need the full name. Just a few letters will do. Then you have the most basic options to select champions who match a certain rarity, affinity, rank, and type. So if you want to see all your legendary magic attack champions of rank 5 and above, you can do that. Want to see those same champions that belong to one or several specific factions? No problem. We've got that covered as well. You can make it even more specific by searching for champions.
So this search that I just did, looking for Sylvan Watchers and scrolling all the way to the end, could have easily been done by just looking for that particular faction instead of going through all other factions before I see Sylvan Watchers. Damn, it would be so easy.
With a specific type of aura skill. And we're not just talking select champions with an increase attack aura. Oh no. You'll be able to specify whether it's an attack increase in arena, dungeons, and so on, and whether it applies to all allies or just a specific affinity. Neat, right? What? Not enough for you? All right. How about choosing champions who can apply specific buffs or debuffs? You can pick multiple options from the selection, and the filter will bring up all champions you have who can dish those effects out. And just in case that's still not enough for you, we have the same options for instant effects too, such as healing, turn meter manipulation, manipulating buff or debuff duration, etc. Finally, we've not forgotten champion tags. You can add those to your filter parameters as well. All in all,
that is a lot of filter. That is a lot. We asked for just a little and you go crazy and add everything. I guess they just don't want us complaining anymore about, hey, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that. So you just brought out the filter and put everything. I mean everything. Half of these things in this filter I will never use. That's the truth. This is more of those end game players who have a ton of champions. But there is one thing I'm still missing out on in terms of all this news. I'm waiting for when they'll say artifact storage has been increased, or what do you call this thing now? Champion storage has been increased. That's something I'm still waiting to hear about in this quality of life improvements though. Let's see.
We tried to make the champions filter as comprehensive as possible, and it will ensure that team building is easier than ever before, especially for those of you who already have hundreds of champions in your collection. Let's move on to one of the updates coming a bit further down the line. We have a new activity in store for clans, the Hydra Clash. It kind of works like a mini tournament between clans that starts every week and provides players with an extra source of goodies. Because who doesn't love more goodies, right? The roles are simple enough. 5 clans are matched against one another, and whichever clan deals the most damage to the Hydra and earns the most clash points wins.
Come on. Is that it? Because normally we just go into the Hydra, do a 6.6 million damage for the first boss, and end the key. Do a 29 million or 30 million for the second boss, and end the key. Do the same for the third boss, Brutal or Nightmare, wherever you are, and end the key. Nobody stays right there, especially when your clan comfortably takes down the boss health comfortably, so you get the double reward. So I guess it makes you actually want to improve your teams for the Hydra, because right now everybody is just doing the bare minimum, going in there with their manual. Sometimes sometimes manual the entire battle. It's something we do once in a week. You just have to struggle through it and get it done. I currently can able to do auto from the first normal and hard, and right now even Brutal can auto. I'm yet to build a Nightmare team, so this might encourage me to actually finally build a Hydra Nightmare team, because if you're paired with a clan that is actually beating all the 4 difficulties of the Hydra, they will definitely win, especially if they are focused on Nightmare. So that's an amazing content, I guess, but that's more time for you to spend in the game. Do you know how hard it is to spend 3 keys in the Hydra a week? Now we have to compete with each other. Let's see if it's. I hope the rewards are worth it though. I hope the rewards involves a secret shard, triple void shards, something that is going to make it worth it, because remember, this is Hydra clan boss we're talking about. 4 heads, crazy abilities and difficulties that most newer players just totally have to ignore till they get to the end game. So it should have end game rewards, not an ancient shard or not an epic skill tome. Please, let's see if they'll show us the rewards in this. What's next?
Simple. How do you earn these clash points? Smack that Hydra's head as hard as you can and use multipliers to your advantage. These multipliers appear on the first battle for each difficulty, with the multiplier increasing as the difficulty ratchets up. Of course, no one will get to be sneaky and reap the rewards of their clan's hard work unless they participate. Players need to reach a certain damage milestone before they are eligible to receive any of the chests that are available through the Hydra Clash. What's more, the size of the reward directly depends on how much they contributed to the clan's performance. You'll need to put in a shift to earn the rewards. While we do have rewards for the second and third places, you'll definitely want your clan to coordinate and grab that top spot. Now, let's take a look at the goodies that await you inside those chests. Protection and stone skin accessories. Protection accessories will be unique to the Hydra Clash, and as the name suggests, they are going to complement the good old protection set, bringing the overall number of
I don't know how I feel about that. Protection accessories. So you can have two piece on your artifact, and 1 piece or 2 piece or 3 piece on your accessories, just to complete the number if you don't want to go all full protection or full stone skin. Damn. Let's watch on.
of items and bonuses to a whopping 9. But first things first, we're going to adjust the balance for this set a little. Namely, we're increasing the chances of buff protection when you have 4 and 6 pieces equipped to 25% and 50% respectively. On top of that, you can get 20 more points of resistance, 8% more speed, and increase your chances of protecting buffs the wearer casts to 75% with the full set. Not only that, but we're adding another new effect for the full set. Champions will deal 5% more damage for each buff placed on them by a champion with the full protection set. This is a must for support champions. Allowing them to place and protect buffs is a big deal, as well as increase the damage output for other champions. Then, we have Stone Skin accessories. The new bonuses are as follows: 8% more HP for 7 pieces of the set equipped, extra 40 points of resistance for 8, and for the full set, we're increasing the shield granted at the start of each round from 50% of your champion's HP to 75%. If you want to really ruin an opponent's day, a couple of champions with full protection and stone skin sets will ensure that your precious buff combo is almost completely untouchable.
Yep. Stone skin just got stronger. Forget protection. We can talk about that later. Stone skin just got stronger, because why put protection on a champion when you can put stone skin on them? That's if, of course, they want to buff other champions. But damn, this will make stone skin a lot crazier, because sometimes 50% chance to remove stone skin, some Prince Kaimas or even some Madame Series can still remove your UDK stone skin with the right amount of accuracy. So, but this just makes it a lot harder for them to remove your stone skin buffs from your champion. Damn. So I guess this is an incentive for us to actually pull heads together with our clanmates and get those stone skin and protection accessories. So it's a good change for those endgame players who will coordinate with their clans and obtain them, but it's a bad change for those people in a clan where people don't even coordinate, or they don't even care, they just do whatever and get as minimum rewards as they can, because you will not get these stone skins or this protection. I don't know if it's a good thing yet until we see it in the game, but from here, from my point of view, it's just looking like a lot more protection.
We're coming to the end of the video, so we'll wrap up with our traditional parade of upcoming champions. The Gallon Pack's getting some sweet new legendaries, including a fiery salamander warrior, a vicious and ferocious orc, and a terrifying Ogryn chieftain. Outside of the Gallon Pact, there's plenty more coming, including a pious Templar of the Sacred Order. The pipeline is stocked full of awesome champions on the horizon, so keep your eyes peeled on our social media for their arrival in game. And that's everything we have to show you this time around. Thanks for joining us, and we hope you're excited about these upcoming additions to the game. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell to be kept.
All right. That was amazing. That was amazing. Look at my face right there. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about all these changes that are coming to Raid. I'm glad nothing major, nothing game breaking, nothing to be angry about this time. We are not seeing any such a thing. Instead, we are seeing quality of life improvement, especially that search function that is going to be added to the game in their next update. So when will all this quality of life and all this new content will be released? It will all be most likely in the new month of July. So that's what we're looking forward to. You guys, let me know what you think about this one. Which one you think is the most impactful change that is coming into Raid in this what next video, and of course which one you hate the most. Let me know in the comments. Right now, I just love the search function. It has covered and overshadowed every other thing that is going to be changing about stone skin, UDKs, or whatever. So right now we see stone skin at what, 50% chance of removing or blocking removal. So it's gonna be a 75% chance. Forget all the other extra things that are coming along with it. That's the main chance of whether you can remove it or not. That is gonna be the main reason why people will be going for those accessories, stone skin accessories and protection accessories. All right, and the new boss, of course. That's all I have for you guys tonight. That's all I missed out on while I was away yesterday, or I couldn't come online yesterday and today. Hopefully I've caught up on anything. If I've missed out on anything that I was announced or anything, you guys let me know in the comments below, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily Raid Shadow Legends content. Later, guys.